Hai, Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So for this video, kita akan tengok physical properties of carboxylic acid. So ada beberapa physical properties yang kita akan fokus. The first one is, kita ada boiling point and kita akan tengok dia punya ability to form hydrogen bond and apa lagi intermolecular forces yang ada. So C double bond OOH ni special sikit, nanti kita akan tengok. And next kita ada solubility in water and also in organic solvent. Okay, so solubility in water is the ability for the molecule to form hydrogen bond in water molecule with water molecule. And kalau untuk boiling point tadi, dia adalah intermolecular forces between molecule ataupun between the compound. And next kita akan tengok acidity. So kita akan compare the acidity of carboxylic acid with other alcohol ataupun phenol. So kita akan tengok in detail later. Kita tengok the first one. Okay, generally kalau kita nak compare carboxylic acid with other compound, so carboxylic acid will has higher boiling point compared to alcohol, aldehyde, ketone and alkanes yang similar molecular mass. So remember, bila kita nak compare, mesti dia ada persamaan dan ada perbezaan. So nak compare, mesti persamaan dia mesti ada similar molecular mass. So kalau 60 gram per mole, so mesti around that value sahaja that you can compare dia punya boiling point. Okay, so why is this? Kenapa carboxylic acid will has the higher boiling point ataupun highest boiling point among them all? So this is because of the ability of the carboxylic acid to form dimer through hydrogen bonding, ataupun you can say the ability of the carboxylic acid to form hydrogen bonded dimer between molecule. Okay, so I think the second much easier to understand. Okay, so apa tu dimer? Nanti kita akan tengok after this. Alright, so nanti kita akan tengok juga solubility in water. Okay, so kalau boiling point tadi, kita akan tengok between molecules. So kalau carboxylic acid, between one carboxylic acid dengan another carboxylic acid lah. Okay, so kalau solubility of carboxylic acid in water, kita akan tengok bilangan carbon dia. Okay, so macam sebelum-sebelum ni, kalau carbon 1 ke carbon 5, it is completely soluble in water. Why? Because the ability to form hydrogen bond with water molecule. Tapi kalau more than 5, maksudnya dia akan mengganggu solubility in water molecule. Okay, sebab kamu akan ada hydrophobic part. Dan okay, so this part adalah hydrophobic. This one adalah the hydrophilic part. Carboxylic acid will has higher boiling point compared to other organic compound of a similar molecular mass. So why is this? This is because of the ability of the carboxylic acid to form intermolecular hydrogen bond. Okay, so kalau kita compare alkane dengan carboxylic acid yang similar molecular mass. Okay, so of course carboxylic acid will has higher boiling point. Why? Because dia boleh buat hydrogen bond. Meanwhile, alkane tak boleh buat hydrogen bond between its molecule. Okay, so kalau kita compare carboxylic acid dengan alcohol pula. Okay, so how? Both boleh buat hydrogen bonding. But untuk carboxylic acid, you can form hydrogen bonded dimer between molecules. So maksudnya, this is one molecule of carboxylic acid. Okay, so this is one molecule and this is another molecule. Okay, so between this molecule, kamu boleh buat berapa hydrogen bond? You can form 1, 2. So ini yang kita panggil sebagai dimer, dimerization. So bila kamu nak cakap the ability of this carboxylic acid ni, kenapa dia has higher boiling point ataupun the highest boiling point compared to others. Okay, so kita guna ayat because carboxylic acid has the ability to form hydrogen bonded dimer between molecules. So between satu molecule and another molecule, it can form dimer. Okay. So molecules in dimer, why? Kenapa kalau dimer ni dia higher boiling point? Why? Because they are arranged closely packed. Okay, dia sangat-sangat rapat. So this will cause the hydrogen bond will be much stronger. That is why we need more energy to overcome the intermolecular forces, and it will result in higher boiling point. So now we come to the comparison. So kita ada dekat sini ethanoic acid. Okay, so ethanoic acid, this is the structure and the molecular mass is 60. And kalau butane and propanol you have, okay, so all of them has similar relative molecular mass, and barulah kita boleh compare dia punya boiling point. Okay, so satu ada carboxyl group and one is just normal alkane, and satu lagi dia ada OH. So untuk compare the boiling point, kita akan tengok the data here lah. So you can see here boiling point untuk ethanoic acid, which is the carboxylic acid, is the highest. And then ini yang the highest, followed by propanol, and the least one is butane. Okay, so why? Kalau dalam butane, it can, so butane with another butane, okay, so intermolecular forces yang ada hanyalah London dispersion forces. Okay, just a weak intermolecular forces. Okay, so untuk this butane, you can't form hydrogen bond. So butane, it can form hydrogen bond. So that is why butane has the lowest boiling point. Okay, so why ethanoic acid has the highest boiling point? This is because ethanoic acid has the ability to form hydrogen bond dimer between molecules. Because of it is closely packed together, that will make the hydrogen bonded dimer between the molecule will have stronger intermolecular forces untuk ethanoic acid compared to propanol. Okay. Right, so now kita tengok solubility in water molecule. So as I mentioned before, kalau carbon 1 sampai ke carbon 5, it is completely soluble in water. Due to the ability of the carboxylic acid, it can form hydrogen bond with water molecule. Okay, so this is carboxylic acid, and it can form hydrogen bond with water molecule. Okay, so bahagian O, dia guna lone pair, dia buat bond dengan hydrogen from water molecule. Okay, so untuk bahagian H pula, okay, lone pair daripada water molecule, dia akan buat bond, hydrogen bond with this hydrogen. Okay, so dia mesti remember balik kalau hydrogen bond to FON. Okay, so whenever you want to show the hydrogen bonding, make sure you draw and label the hydrogen bond. Okay, so take note that in the presence of water, carboxylic acid dia tidak form dimer. Okay, dia hanya form hydrogen bond with water. So dimer ni dekat mana kita jumpa? Hanya dalam between the carboxylic acid. Okay, untuk tengok dia punya boiling point sahaja. Alright, so the solubility of carboxylic acid in water is similar to alcohol. Okay, so as the number of carbon atom increases dekat bahagian alkyl group ni, so kalau let's say it is more than 5 carbon, dia akan membuatkan kamu punya carboxylic acid itu less soluble. Okay, sebab hydrophobic area tu lebih besar compared to the hydrophilic part. So, hydrophobic yang tak suka air, and hydrophilic the one that dissolve in water. Okay, sebab dia boleh buat hydrogen bond with water molecule. So, back to the conclusion, if the number of carbon atom increases, the hydrophobic area will become larger, and thus solubility will decrease. So, untuk aliphatic carboxylic acid, if you have carbon more than 5, they are insoluble in water. So, kalau ada aromatic carboxylic acid pula, they are also less soluble in water because of the huge aromatic ring, bigger hydrophobic area. And kalau dicarboxylic acid, they are more soluble in water because you can form more hydrogen bond with water molecule. In non-polar solvent. So, carboxylic acid, they are soluble in non-polar solvent. Okay, so non-polar solvent tu contohnya benzene, all the organic compound, okay, selain water. And this is due to the presence of van der Waals forces between the benzene ring and alkyl group. Okay, so let's say ini adalah kamu punya carboxylic acid. Okay, so carboxylic acid kamu ada bahagian alkyl group. Okay, so kalau tadi in water, ini akan jadi hydrophobic part, dia tak suka air. Tapi kalau dalam non-polar solvent, okay, alkyl group ini dia boleh buat van der Waals forces with the other non-polar solvent. Okay, dia terbalik dengan water. So basically apa yang ada dalam beaker kamu is like this. So carboxylic acid, between carboxylic acid dengan another carboxylic acid, you can form dimer through hydrogen bonded between molecule. So, between satu carboxylic acid with benzene ring, you can form van der Waals forces. So, kalau nak show, kamu kena label. Kita tengok pula solubility in polar solvent, contoh alcohol. So, kalau dalam let's say you have carboxylic acid, dalam tu ada juga alcohol. So, imagine ini adalah kamu punya beaker, you have carboxylic acid and also alcohol. So, between carboxylic acid dengan alcohol, you can form hydrogen bonded. Okay, so that is why dalam polar solvent, carboxylic acid also soluble. Okay, sebab dia boleh buat the formation of hydrogen bond. And van der Waals forces pun ada dalam between carboxylic acid. Okay, so this is because you can form hydrogen bond and also you have van der Waals forces between alcohol dan juga carboxylic acid. So, kalau hydrogen bond, it is, ingat H, handphone. Hydrogen dengan FON. So, in this case, hydrogen dengan O daripada alcohol. Okay, and then between your carboxylic acid dengan alcohol pula, okay, between dia punya R, alkyl part of the compound, you can have the van der Waals forces. Okay, so that makes the carboxylic acid soluble in polar solvents such as alcohol. Okay, so now let's have a look at example. So ini soalan pasir. And arrange the following compound in ascending order, menaik, susunan menaik, of boiling point and explain your answer. Okay, so L kita ada aldehyde, M kita ada carboxylic acid, so ini 1, 2, 3, 4. Butanal, so ini 1, 2, 3, 4. It is butanoic acid. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So ini adalah butanol. Okay, so this is the explanation. Okay, so L, which is the aldehyde, is the least boiling point. Okay, followed by N, dan M adalah the highest boiling point. So why? Because tadi kita nampak L ini adalah aldehyde, M adalah carboxylic acid, N adalah alkohol. So untuk aldehyde dia tak boleh buat hydrogen bond. So sebab tu this will be the lowest boiling point. Okay, so carboxylic acid dengan alkohol boleh form hydrogen bond. Okay, so untuk L, butanal, it is an aldehyde and it is a polar molecule with no hydrogen bonding between the molecules. So dia tak boleh form hydrogen bond. It only has dipole-dipole forces between the molecule. Alright, so untuk structure N, it is 1 butanol. It is an alcohol, that is why dia boleh buat hydrogen bond between the molecule because of the presence of OH group. So, more energy needed to overcome the hydrogen bonding between 1 butanol compounds, okay, compared to butanol just now. Right, so why M has the highest boiling point? Because M is butanoic acid. So butanoic acid, it is carboxylic acid. So it can form dimer through hydrogen bonding, ataupun you can use this word, it can form hydrogen bonded dimer between molecules. So carboxylic acid boleh form hydrogen bonded dimer between molecules. That is why more energy is needed to overcome the intermolecular forces between butanoic acid compared to 1-propanol. That is why M will has highest boiling point compared to compound N and also L.